Welcome to it. We're so happy to have you here today. And just a heads up, if you comment the list or reach out and get onto our mailing list, we will send you a list of exactly what we are talking about today. And for those of you who don't know us, I am Julie Delabarre. I'm a nutritionist. I specialize in oncology, and this is
Dr. Roy Vongtama. I'm board certified in radiation oncology and also lifestyle medicine.
So together we are here helping our community be healthy. And there's a lot of confusion out there, and sometimes people don't even know where to start. So just a brief introduction is we approach health by working with different hallmarks. So these are different areas of the body that work together in concert to create optimal health. So what we're talking about today, and this is based in a clinical study, and this is another thing that we want you guys to know, is that when you're consuming this information, whether it's Instagram, YouTube, or wherever you're gathering this from, you always want to make sure that the studies are rooted in clinical human studies. So I'll let Roy talk about that more in a minute. But one of the hallmarks we're talking about today is supporting the liver, removing possible carcinogens, toxins, emulsifiers, thickeners that are in our food products that are associated with cancer. So Roy will elaborate on the statistics. But what we're focusing on right now is sort of what we would call detoxification in the world here. And just to keep you connected, we have a book that will be coming out, so just stay on our mailing list. That will go through the protocol, nutritional, physical, mental for this process. And we also run groups that are live so we can interact more with our community and really lead you towards health and really kind of hold your hand. So I'm going to let Roy dive into this study to explain it a little bit more. And I look forward to getting to know you guys as we go along.
Perfect. Thanks, Julie. So what we want to talk about today are emulsifiers. Julie said it earlier. What are those things? Emulsifiers are products that the industry puts into packaged goods like in milks to help keep things from separating. Like earlier today, I was talking about peanut butter. The reason why peanut butter stays in one form rather than separating between the oil and the solid are these things called emulsifiers. They come in different words. You've seen them on ingredient labels. You probably just bypass them, but words like Carragean Gum, Xanthan Gum, mono and diglycerides, these words actually are emulsifiers. They're actually processed chemicals, sometimes from natural sources, that are becoming increasingly linked to disease. And I'm going to show you a study right now. It's from France because they do a lot of research that we don't do here. This is the NutriNet Sante cohort study. It came out last year. You can see here, published February 13th, 2024, just last year. And they're looking at food additive emulsifiers and cancer risk. So this is a really well done study. So part of my training is to actually look at studies and see how good they are. This is a great study. It's a prospective study, meaning they recruited patients, then looked what happened to them. They didn't let people live and then look back. They looked forward. That's a big difference, makes it a more powerful study. And look at the number of people. 92,000 adults were recruited for this study. 74% were women. They were recruited through a marketing campaign. And they're looking at specifically one of the things was the use of emulsifiers in their diet by looking at the products they used. So what is the big thing that we saw in this study? We found that a lot of these emulsifiers were associated with cancer. They were correlated to cancer. So I want to take a little pause here, Julie, and talk about what that means statistically. When you talk about associations and correlations, it doesn't mean it causes it. It means that they're linked. It means that they're associated. So they could be causative, they could be, but this study's not proving that. It's proving that they're related. And what did we find in this study? We found that a lot of these emulsifiers, especially the monodiglycerides and the Carragean, were highly linked, correlated to cancer risks. So monodiglycerides were found to be 15% higher risk for all cancers. And I'm going to turn this off now. For a lot of the people watching, I know a lot of them are women, premenopausal women had almost a 30 to 40% higher risk of having cancer if they were consuming high amounts of monodiglycerides, and also a 30 to 40% higher rate of breast cancer with Carragean. Okay, so I think those are two of the big things we see in our labels right now that are linked to cancer. And also for the guys who are listening, it's even double that for prostate cancer. For mono and diglycerides, it was 45 to 50% higher for prostate cancer risk. And now the other things that are also higher, they're found Xanthan gums were also linked, not as strongly linked, but also linked as well. And Guar gums and things like that. Those things that help to make our food, as it says in their marketing materials, makes food fluffier, makes things smoother, makes bread taste better. All these things that kind of give us better mouthfeel, as they say, are becoming increasingly linked to cancer. So Julie, I'm gonna send it back to you.
Yeah, so you may have heard these being spoken about as like endotoxins or endocrine disruptors. So as Roy was talking about these cancers that are linked to hormones like breast cancer and prostate cancer, when people start to approach hormones and detoxification, those are some of the like kind of common language that is out there. So that may be something that you can help like associate what we're talking about today. So what we have here, like I said, we have this list for you just to make it easy when you go to the grocery store, because like we said, these things are hiding in your products and you don't even know it. And what Roy and I teach in some of our guidelines for growth when we're working more one-on-one with small groups is that we encourage our patients to take just a 1% better effort. Like, what is the one small step that you can take? So again, this is why we've provided this list. We've done some research on products that contain the Carragean, the monodiglycerides, Guar Gum, Pectin, sodium bicarbonate. Again, common things that are in our food that we can just simply avoid by choosing a different brand. So that's part of our healthcare. It's like self-care is healthcare. So for example, this carrageenan, the cleaner choices for, let's just go with milks and milk alternatives, are going to be Three Trees, Mulk, spelled M-A-L-K, Elmhurst, Khalifa Farms. Some of the ones that you may see on the shelf that have these emulsifiers and thickeners in them are going to be Almond Breeze, Silk, Horizon Organic. So delicious. I mean, I know I've seen those brands out there and I've had them. They're very common. So, you know, they're not taking out these emulsifiers. But what I say as a community, if we come together and we share this education and we as a community make these better choices, just by voting with our dollars, we hope to be able to inspire these other brands to remove this stuff because it just doesn't need to belong in our food. It can
Yeah.
easily be removed. And we can see that by on our list, all of the products that are free from these emulsifiers and thickeners. So that's why we want to have this list, just to keep you healthy, but also to inspire in the community to just make our world a little bit healthier. So as far as carrageenan, we also have like plant-based meats that are on there that are clean versus those that have some of these thickeners and emulsifiers. We have desserts and ice creams. So I know Van Leeuwen is down the block from me. It's on the good list. So my kids are really happy about that one.
I'm gonna share this thing while you're talking here. Here
Yes,
we go.
please. Toothpaste is on there, you guys. Toothpaste. It's like, how is this put in these products? So these little choices when you go shopping, you can use this list and just choose something a little bit better every time. And before you know it, there's a compound effect of choosing better and cleaning up your diet, as we say, cleaning it up. And then before you know it, you've really started to remove these products and reduce that association to cancer. It's not that they're gonna give you cancer, but there's the possibility based on the study that Roy was just sharing, that it's gonna contribute to the possibility of disease. And we don't want that. So if we can choose from this list, for example, it's 1% better. So we want to make it really easy for you. So that's why we put this one together.
This is
Not an
great, Julie.
exhaustive list, but it's somewhere to start, right?
It's somewhere to start, and like I think a common one is peanut butter. Take a look at the
Yeah.
difference here. I mean, the big box brands, Jif, Skippy, Peter Pan. One brand I think has been really good on the West Coast. We have here a lot is Trader Joe's, and I know it's coming more to the East Coast. Trader Joe's does a really good job, and it's on the cheaper side of the brands. Why?
Mhm.
It's a German company, It's owned 100% privately in Germany, and they're a lot more conscious. This study's from France that we talked about. So it makes sense that their product line, a lot of their in-house products are cleaner. If you look at their peanut butter, if you look at, they have a lot of they have like raw almond milk and raw products. Um, uh, Sorry, getting a call there. So,
Doctor on duty.
um, okay.
Another thing about these peanut butters too, that I can just jump in and say and help everyone understand how it's associated, is that these peanut butters can also have added sugars in them. And I'm sure that you've heard a conversation out there about added sugars in food and how to reduce that, to reduce diabetes. And again, that's going to be another hallmark of health, right? Another area that we're going to focus on to prevent the development of cancer with any luck is reducing sugar and balancing blood sugar levels and balancing hormones. So there is some other benefit to having this list as well that's going to also contribute to healing another part of the hallmarks that of course we'll speak about in other topics here and focus on those hallmark areas with other groups that we're leading in other books. So it's all part of the protocol.
Yeah. So we really, that's basically our main message right now. Take a look at your labels, put your name down on the comments and ask for our free list. We'll email it to you and just start to clean up your diet that way. It's a new evidence that's coming out. It's really powerful research. Hopefully in the United States, we'll start to do some of our own. We won't have to rely on the French data too much and look at our own sources. So we really thank you guys for coming out and listening to us today. And you can also follow us on Instagram. I'm Dr. Roy V, I think. And who are you on
I'm Julie
Instagram?
_Delabarre.
Yeah, so we'd love to see you there, or give us a follow here, and
Yeah.
we'll hopefully see you again on the next video.
Yes. 1% healthier every day. We'll see you later.
Bye bye.
All right. Take care.